Ice Cube.
Ice Cube, steady mobbing, man.
Hey, anyway, right now we have the producers actually from Strictly Business, and they're here. You're gonna tell us a little bit about what's happening with Mac Dre. What's really going on? It's really appropriate for right now.
Yeah, right.
So why don't you introduce yourselves and tell everybody what's going on?
Right.
You know that's a big question everybody's been calling.
This is true. This is true. Yeah. My name is Khayree, Strictly Business Records, producer for Mac Dre.
That's right, Renal in the house.
Got my boy Ray Luv in the house with Strictly Business Records.
Yo, what's up? Ray Luv in the house.
That's right. New artists coming out on Strictly, and we got Rick.
Rick in the house. That's y'all.
Okay. Situation with Mac Dre is, as you know, he was arrested for attempted bank robbery March 25th and conspiracy to commit bank robbery in Fresno, California. Essentially what happened is Mac Dre had opened up a concert for Ice Cube in Fresno 2 weeks prior to being arrested. 2 weeks later, they went back down to Fresno just to kick it and hang with his partners and everything, hook up with some people. And when they went to Fresno, the first day they went in Fresno, just walking around, kicking it. He had on a Mac Dre t-shirt just like I have on right now, right? Okay, so now, follow the scenario. I'll break it down to you. Mac Dre's in Fresno wearing a Mac Dre t-shirt. Now, the feds say, the FBI and the Vallejo Police Department say he went down to Fresno to rob a bank, okay? And he's got on a Mac Dre t-shirt all damn day, right? Walking around Fresno. Everybody in Fresno knows Mac Dre, has seen him 2 weeks prior to him coming down at the concert. The next day, two of Mac Dre's partners get up 9 o'clock that morning on the 26th, and they're driving around a bank, according to the FBI. They're driving around a bank, and one of them gets out. They finally pull into a bank parking lot. One of them gets out and has a knit hat on his head. He looks around and he sees a television crew, a camera, and he decides, I don't want to rob the bank. Again, this is according to the FBI. I don't want to rob it. So he gets back in the car, drives back to the hotel, and when he drives back to the hotel, he goes in the hotel, they get up, they go across the street, him, Dre, and all his partners. Now again, Dre wasn't in the car with these two individuals that they said pulled into the bank parking lot. Understand that no bank was robbed. So in order for a bank robbery to happen, it seems like the first thing that's got to happen is somebody's got to run into a bank and say, this is a hold up, everybody, nobody move, nobody get hurt. Nobody done that. So we don't even have a bank being robbed, no money taken at all, okay? Just somebody pull into a parking lot, look around, get scared, see a camera, and break. Go back to the hotel, then they go to House of Pancakes to get something to eat. Now, this is the following day, right? The next day. Mac Dre still got on, the next day, another Mac Dre t-shirt, okay? Again, he wasn't in the car with these individuals. House of Pancakes, they kick it, they eat, then they leave. They get in the car, they go back to Vallejo. On the way back to Vallejo, 90 miles outside of Fresno, California, the FBI and 90 law enforcement officers, 90, like a miniature army, pull over 3 black men and arrest them for attempted bank robbery and conspiracy to commit bank robbery. Now check it out, all right? They find a 9mm in the back of the trunk, okay? So they say, well, you know, they got ready to rob a bank with one gun, okay? Okay, and they take him and say, well, here's the weapon they were going to use to rob the bank with, okay? They said, well, Mac Dre had on 2 pairs of clothes. He had on one pair of white sweats, and underneath the white sweats, he had on another pair of white sweats, so when he robbed a bank, he could take one pair off and then be in another pair so you wouldn't recognize it. That don't make sense because when you take off one pair of white sweats, you got on another pair of white sweats underneath that.
Right.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, do you understand the illogic in what's being said here? Okay, now Pete, so now you got Mac Dre running around Fresno in a Mac Dre t-shirt. That would be like Sir Mix-a-Lot of somebody going to Fresno, well-known, running around in a t-shirt and decide before he leave, I think I'm maybe just gonna hit this Bank of America right quick and shoot back to Vallejo. 3 hours on the highway with a sack full of money. Okay, the media picked up on it and said it is Mac Dre and the Romper Room Gang.
Right, that's what I was gonna ask you. Tell me about that.
All right, now, Pete Motion. When Mac Dre was like 16, 15, him and all his partners used to hang out in a place called the Crest. For that matter, they still do, right? The Crest is the neighborhood where Dre is from in Vallejo, California. So you got, you know, you drive down the street, you got maybe 30, 40 brothers hanging out, drinking brews, shooting dice, kicking it, right? Dre and his partners is on that corner, blah, 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 and they just hanging. One of the older brothers in the hood one day says, man, y'all ain't nothing but the Romper Room. Y'all ain't nothing but, and it's a joke, right? The name sticks with them. That's how the name Romper Room came about. When Dre started rapping and started getting into production, he decided, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna name my production company Romp Productions. So he starts Romp Productions. Now, the police have arrested one individual that was affiliated or that hung around Dre or that was a friend of Dre's for robbing a pizza parlor. He's been not convicted but accused of robbing a pizza parlor in Fremont. So first they flashed this on TV, right? Okay, cool. If he's guilty of that, then deal with him. Okay, but because of his friendship and connection with Mac Dre, they said, well then I'm gonna break it down, make it short. And we on TV. Time is short. Anyway, because of his connection, they say where it's a gang. So what they did is, when Dre released his record, his new one, What's Really Going On, right? The song Punk Police was on there, on that record, okay? When Punk Police came out, Dre was talking about how the police had been harassing him, pulling him over, giving him tickets in front of his house, talking about, you don't have your seatbelt on. Man, I'm not even driving a car. Well, here's the ticket anyway. You know, pulling him over, talking about calling his girlfriend B-I-T-C-H and talking about we should take Public Enemy, put him in an airplane and shoot the airplane down. That kind of stuff, straight harassment. So he writes a song called Punk Police, talking about the police and what he's been going through. 5 or 6 days later, after he writes the song, the record comes out, Mac Dre gets arrested for attempted bank robbery in Fresno and conspiracy to rob a bank. Okay, so there's no such thing as the Romper Room gang. There's only, if you have a corporation, and then you can ask the next question. If you have a corporation, right, we are all a corporation, our business, and I go out and do a crime and commit a wrong, then, you know, if the name of our corporation is Newmark Corporation, you don't say the Newmark gang responsible for bank. No, you say one individual in the Newmark Corporation has been arrested on charges of blah, blah, blah. And that's how you deal with it. But what the media did is they took it and made a blanket statement, said the Romper Room gang, and turned this whole thing into a gang of criminals.
Right, gang affiliation.
Right, exactly, the whole thing. And because it's rap music, it's easy to do that.
Exactly. So what is happening with Dre right now?
Right now he's locked down in Fresno County Jail, no bail, and we just got through recording a brand new maxi single straight from jail over the telephone. Ain't nobody ever done this. Live over the phone, 4 songs called Back in the Hood. It'll be out June the 30th, and it's dealing with some of this stuff that's going on with his case. Right. But right now he's locked in jail with no bail.
No bail.
No bail, and the charge is now conspiracy to commit bank robbery. They dropped the attempted charge because they said, well, we know. First of all, they know Dre ain't been robbing no banks, had nothing to do with that. But their whole thing is, well, if you ain't been doing it, you must know who's doing it. And we don't like you anyway because you've been talking about us real bad. And you know what I'm saying? So as a result, we're going to get your asses, we're going to get you in some type of way.
Right.
You know, that's the situation.
Well, yeah, it sounds pretty like, it almost sounds like a Rodney King or something.
Rodney King without the nightstick.
Without the stick. That's
right,
Renal?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, we want to definitely...
I got one quick question. You said you recorded, I got it right here.
That's right.
You said you recorded the album on the telephone. What is the quality like as opposed to having him in the studio?
The quality is real because you can hear fools in the background playing dominoes, arguing, man, hurry up and get off the phone, man. You ain't telling me to use the telephone. I mean, it's straight from it. Ain't no take 99 times, rewind the tape, punch in right here and all that. When he rapped, he couldn't even hear the music. The only thing he could hear is a faint drum beat, and you got fools in the background. You can't say, man, hold on, I'm in the session, man. Why don't y'all keep it? They don't care. You know, it's like, man, roll the tape. Ain't that right, Ray Luv?
They locked down, man.
Yeah. You know, he locked down in Fresno. It's a federal hold, and he can't even bail. Back in the Hood in stores June 30th, and it's dope.
Well, I hope you bring it on down here to New World so we can give you the exclusive release of it here. And we
can do that.
A lot about it and all that, you know.
Right.
And actually, what I want to do is make sure we're going to try and get you back down here on the Friday show. We have people call in because I know that, you know, our audience, we're here on Fridays at 4 o'clock, New World Music Videos. We want to get you down here and have you answer some of the questions that, you know, our New World fans will probably have, you know, because we've been pumping up the Mac Dre California Livin, which is the video that's getting ready to come up. So
right.
We've been pumping it up, and I'm pretty sure everybody's really wondering what's going on with Mac Dre.
Yeah, if I could say something real quick before we get out of here, we just want to let you know that we appreciate you guys letting us come down and, you know, and view our side, because very few people have given us an opportunity to say, you know, what's going on. You know, a few radio stations have invited us out. We appreciate all the support we've been getting. A gang of fan mail has been coming in, and Dre is not a bank robber. He's a dope rhyme dealer, and he's still at this. In jail, no matter where he goes, we're going to still be doing it. You can't stop us.
That's right. That's real 92.
And also,
that's right. Oh, and that's right. Our new artist coming out, and he's going to do a live shot in just a minute. Ray Luv, he'll be out next week.
We're going to get to Ray Luv in a sec, but right now we're going to get with Mac Dre. This is, actually, this was the single that was before his newest.
Right, but it's on the What's Really Going On, the remix version. This version you're finna see now coming up is on that new EP. Go buy it. If you ain't got it, you tripping.
So let's kick up California Livin.
California Livin.
All right.
Oh yeah, it's Mac Dre back in your to the neighborhood jamming. We can drop the top or blow the brains. Hit the intersection and do some things. Passing up freaks with a gang of yokes. Smooth, thick legs, no pantyhose. Silky perms and dookie braids. Brothers with curls, some with fades. House parties rock way past 3. Play a straight sip on Hennessy. High speed chases, Chevy races. Having sex in the strangest places. Nike shoes, Levi jeans. Triple gold Dayton's and straight lazines. Some on boats, some on elites. Brothers like me rap to the beat. Doom exhaust, candy paint. Fat bank and a gang of dank. Never on time, always late. On the Bay Bridge or the Golden Gate. If you wanna live on the best coast, you better try to move to the west coast. Well, life is too short and the game is thick. Home of the Mac and the groupie old chick, where brothers stay on the savage grind. Kick with a freak when they find the time. The CALIFORNIA rap superstar. Dose for dose, I love to spit it. And for the dank, I love to hit it. Hold it in so it can choke me. And when I get dank, it will provoke me to bust a rhyme through the mic. A West Coast rap, the kind you like. I'm from the BALLEJO. Well, making dope raps is all I know. Wake up in the morning, eat some grits, hit the studio, make some hits. Now that you've been told about what you rap fans get sold about, 1 million copies or even more. I'm pumping dope rhymes to the record store. Yeah, fool, you hear me spitting, telling you about that California living. Oh yeah, I got my boy Cooley in the house, keeping the bus one.
Yeah, what y'all know about COOLA on this microphone? It goes like this. Kicking it up every day, trying to make it through. Stacking a bank, pulling women, and I take it you. Would wanna be down with this California lifestyle. Ruthless as a child, now I'm living wild. In the streets of California, you better be packing. And watch your back due to the package jacket. The wind breeze, blowing through the trees. And I'm still getting tacked at 100 degrees. Sign so hard on the avenue. From LA to the Bank, brothers stay coming through. And Benzes, Porsches, Fires and things. Drop crews, lit sheds, and whipped up things. Gold shades of voters, candy paint the kid. Fifth wheel, gold grill, boy, I'm talking about lips. Some of the best females ever seen. Straight California snakes, out for your green, in the gold state. Living way too real, fool. And if you're soft, you best be cool. To the double R, all my time is given. Cooley on Mac Dre, California living. California living, California living, California living. Oh yeah, Mac Dre, we smooth California living on them. What's up, my rap gaddies?
California living. Oh yeah, that's tough. Check it out, let me feel a little something in this. Something like this, check it out. 1, 2, 3, 3. California living it up, girls be giving it up. Kicking back on the track with some heat in your cup. It's a 12-month party, so when you see me on stage with Light and Marty, get out your seat and feel the beat and feel the freak and don't stop till C skills the beat. On the California coast we pop the most, and dose for dose and spit the dope. On the WSD, COAST, it's Young Mac Dre from the CREST down and dirty doing things that only players can do. Straight California living's what I'm saying to you. Riding, siding, whipping, dipping, 24/7. The brother ain't tripping. Mac Dre, the one you like to listen to, nationwide. And now I'm fixing to put a little slang in the rap game and come up strong for the Mac man. For the Mac man. For the Mac man.